Alright folks, back again with part 2. Hopefully you just finished watching my classic computer accessory unboxing part 1. If you haven't watched it already, go back and watch that one. I wasn't intending to do 2 parts, but I noticed after I had completed, or when I thought I had completed it, first I checked the video camera to see if I had run over time, and to my shock and dismay, the camera was off. And upon checking, I realized the reason the camera turned itself off was because my SD card had reached full capacity. But it's okay. If you saw my first video, you notice it it ended abruptly, but it ended on a perfect note. Basically saying that you guys can, tell me if I made any mistakes or make any corrections in the comments. But what I didn't get around to doing, and I wanted to because, as I mentioned, this wonderful computer accessory that was sent to me also included a lot of documentation and manuals, not just for the item itself that he sent me, but also for the computer that it was originally intended for. And I do these unboxings and I try to get them right the first time, but sometimes these things happen, and I wanted full credit and thank you to go to Toy Mailman on Atari Age, who sent me the accessory and all the documentation for nothing more than the cost of postage. So I wanted to recognize and show you everything that he had sent me. So again, if you haven't seen part 1, go back and watch that. I'll have a link to it also. But continuing on, now that I've shown you the actual item, which was this, the voice synthesis module for the TI-99/4A. Very nice item. A lot lighter than I thought it would be. It looks like metal, but it's just like a metal coating on there. So, and it's very light indeed. So that's cool. But anyway, here's the documentation that came with it. Now I think you saw this briefly. That's the actual manual for the speech synthesis module itself. Solid state speech synthesizer, model PHP 1500. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Also, TI-99/4A basic reference card for those of you doing any programming. Unfortunately, that won't be me. That's beyond my capabilities. I know a lot of you grew up programming BASIC on all kinds of 80s computers. I toyed around, I did the usual go-to commands, and you'd go into a store and any Commodore VIC or 64, you'd make it so that your name was scrolling from the top and bottom on the display models. All those silly little things we did as kids. I mean, I did play around with the basics of BASIC. Here we have Texas Instrument announces the Computer Advantage Club. Ooh. The computer is clearly an instrument for success, both now and in the future. Well, they had that right. They definitely had that right, didn't they? So it's kind of cool. Registration card for a computer club. It's amazing when you look at this stuff nowadays. Here's something that says, disclaim, read this first. Read this first. This isn't specific to the sound module. This is for the actual Texas Instrument computer itself. Just your basic, hooking it up and showing you how to make the proper connections, what should be in the box when you unpack it, stuff like that. Kind of a quick get started guide, basically, if you will. TextNet Information Service, business reply by mail. Obviously no longer valid, as is this business reply card for TI-99/4A owner information card. It's the original warranty card, basically, that you would send in. Little operating guide for the video modulator. The video modulator. Very nice. Obviously, yeah, they're pretty... Most of the 80s consoles and computers used video modulators. But if you recall from my video for the actual computer, the thing is a monster on the Texas Instrument computer. But, you know, does the job. Let's see what else here. Addendum. Information regarding user reference guide for the computer. Just more information. System lockup with TI basic files. I guess just extra information they decided to include at the last minute. Audio cassette recorder information. Don't have one of those for it. Maybe in the future. Terminal emulator 2. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I hope to demo that speech synthesizer module later on. I don't have any games that are specific for it. Well, I don't have many games yet, but hopefully I'll demonstrate that in the future. Or maybe just by using some typing commands I can utilize the voice on it. I remember on the Amiga computer, the built-in speech capability. Boy, we had fun with that back in the day, as you can imagine. Being a young kid who could make a computer speak, I'll leave it to your imagination. Texas Instruments Home Computer Program Library, 1982, with Bill Cosby on the cover. Yeah, I can't do Bill Cosby. Sorry, I do cartoon characters. I don't do real people. So there you have it, Bill Cosby on the cover. Hey, that was my first attempt ever at Bill. I know it was horrible. So you don't know till you try, right? Not everyone can sound like Kermit, I guess. TextNet Information Service, which something if you got a modem for your Texas Instrument computer, you gotta love what it says on the back here. An economical TextNet Information Service is available for an initial one-time subscription fee of $100. The user costs are remarkably low, less than 13 cents per minute during evenings and weekends, 35 cents per minute during weekdays, and about 10 cents per minute from midnight to 7 a.m. Usage fees, $7.75 an hour on weekdays and evenings from 6 p.m. to midnight, $20.75 an hour on weekdays from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. Holy crap. Do you remember that, folks? Having an old modem and getting online using BBSs, you pay for long distance charges, and it was if you had a service, a specific service, it was remarkably expensive back in the 80s. So be thankful for the internet today, folks. You're paying $30-40 or whatever for high speed a month. Don't complain, okay? This is for the actual TI-99 computer itself, Beginner's Basic. I think I actually have this manual when I did my unboxing for the same computer. This one's in better condition, I would say. Much better condition. And lastly, another user reference guide, also for the Texas Instrument computer. This one's even still in plastic, so there you go. So that's all of the documentation that was included absolutely free from Toy Mailman on Atari Age. It looks like pretty much every bit of Texas Instrument computer documentation that he had, along with the voice synthesizer, for nothing but the cost of shipping. Thank you again. Thank you. I hope this turned out. That's everything. Bye for now.